Welcome back, coin enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic in the world of rare coins, the Washington quarter dollar. But not just any Washington quarters. We're focusing on the ones that have fetched substantial sums at auction. Let's jump right in. One of the most intriguing Washington quarter dollars is the 1969 Washington quarter without a mint mark, especially those in fine condition. This particular coin has garnered significant attention from collectors and has become one of the most sought-after quarters of its time. Even though the coin is relatively common in terms of mintage, those in higher quality grades are extremely rare. And that rarity is what drives the high demand. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday. Its design has remained largely unchanged since then, featuring a left-facing portrait of Washington by sculptor John Flanagan on the obverse, and an eagle perched on an olive branch on the reverse. By 1969, the coin's design was still in circulation, though it was a time of great transition both in U.S. mint production methods and in the broader economy. The year 1969 was pivotal in U.S. history, marked by political unrest, the space race, and rising inflation. Despite these challenges, the U.S. Mint continued producing coins, and the Washington quarter from this period stands out due to its unique characteristics, specifically the absence of a mint mark. In fine condition, the 1969 Washington quarter with no mint mark has become highly prized at auctions. Its value is directly tied to its rarity in higher quality states. Collectors often seek out clean, well-struck examples, and this coin can command prices as high as $55,000 for those in excellent condition, with uncirculated specimens fetching even more. The market for the 1969 Washington quarter fluctuates, but as its rarity increases, so does its appeal to serious collectors. The coin's value is also driven by the demand for quarters from this era, particularly those with distinctive production quirks. The absence of a mint mark, combined with the unique circumstances of its production, makes the 1969 quarter especially desirable. While many coins from the 1960s are overlooked in favor of more famous pieces, this particular quarter stands out as an exception. It serves as a reminder that not all coins are created equally, even if they were in circulation at the same time. Although over 40 million 1969 Washington quarters were minted, very few have survived in fine or better condition, making those that remain highly valuable. Collectors particularly pay attention to the subtle differences in the 1969 quarter's design. While it doesn't feature any major minting errors, the lack of a mint mark combined with the distinct style of the design makes it a key piece in Washington quarter collections. This niche appeal, especially for well-preserved examples, adds to its growing popularity. The 1969 Washington quarter is a perfect example of how coins that may seem ordinary at first glance can hold significant value, particularly when they come from a specific period or feature a unique production history. For collectors just starting out, it's an excellent entry point, offering both historical significance and the chance to own a rare and valuable piece of numismatic history. Next up, let's take a look at the 1970 for Washington quarter dollar. This coin, introduced in 1932 to mark the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, has long been a staple of American coinage. Over the years, its design has undergone slight tweaks, but the iconic figure of George Washington has remained unchanged, symbolizing the nation's respect for its first president. By 1974, however, the country was navigating economic challenges, largely influenced by inflation and the lingering effects of the Vietnam War. The 1970 for Washington quarter was part of the standard series issued by the U.S. Mint, with collectors often showing interest in the different types produced each year. Like many coins from the 1970s, there were some subtle variations and errors that piqued collectors' attention, and the 1970 for large date quarter is one of the more desirable examples. The coin features the familiar profile of George Washington on the obverse, along with the inscriptions Liberty, the year of issue, and the motto In God We Trust. On the reverse, an eagle in flight clutches an olive branch and arrows, surrounded by the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum. This design, created by John Flanagan, has remained largely the same since its inception. What sets the 1970 for Washington quarter apart is its large date, a feature introduced in this year and not seen in earlier quarters. This change was part of an adjustment in the minting process, where the size of the numerals in the date was increased. The result is a more noticeable, easier to spot large date that has become a key identifying characteristic for collectors. When discussing the large date variation, collectors are typically referring to the 1974 quarter with this distinctive feature. The 1974 Washington quarter had a substantial mintage, with over 860 million coins produced across multiple minting facilities. Due to this large mintage, most 1974 quarters aren't considered particularly rare. However, the 1974 large date version, without a mint mark, especially in fine condition, has become highly sought after, both as an error coin and as part of a Washington quarter series. While the overall mintage was high, the 1974 large date quarter's appeal lies in its unique design and condition. In fine condition, the coin shows moderate wear, but retains clear features that make it easily recognizable. Now, let's talk about market value. A 1974 Washington quarter in fine condition can be valued at around $77,000, though the price may vary depending on the market and auction demand. Coins with additional features, such as minting errors or those in better grades, can command significantly higher prices. Some auction records have shown well-preserved examples, fetching up to $65,000 or more. The value of these coins can fluctuate with the demand among collectors, but the 1974 large date remains an important piece within the Washington quarter series, continuing to hold its place as a valuable addition to any collection. Additionally, the 1974 quarter has a number of other interesting variations and errors that further increase its appeal to collectors, such as double dies or die cracks common in some 1974 quarters. While the large date isn't technically an error, it's a unique variation that many collectors seek, especially in higher quality specimens. Coins in fine condition are generally more affordable, but still desirable, especially for those looking to complete a series. For coins in higher grades, such as extra fine or almost uncirculated, prices can be significantly higher, particularly if the coin has been well preserved. Collectors appreciate the Washington quarter not only for its historical connection, but also for the variety it offers in terms of mint marks, design elements, and production errors. As the market for error coins and unique variations grows, the 1974 Washington quarter in fine condition remains a great investment for serious coin enthusiasts. Next, let's explore the 1970 Washington quarter with a D mint mark, a truly rare coin that has recently garnered attention from both collectors and investors. If you're a coin aficionado searching for a standout addition to your collection, this quarter is a piece you won't want to miss. With increasing demand and rising market value, it's become a sought-after item at auctions and within numismatic circles, making it a valuable asset today. The Washington quarter series has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1932, created to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed by John Flanagan, it has long been a symbol of American heritage and pride. The 1970 D variety, minted in Denver, was produced during a period of economic change, adding to its significance for collectors. What sets the 1970 quarter apart from standard issues is its unique color tone, which makes it a highly desirable collectible. This rare color variation, influenced by factors like environmental conditions, the coin's metal composition, or minting irregularities, often include shades of gold, blue, or even rich copper. These natural toning effects not only enhance the coin's visual appeal, but also increase its rarity and desirability. Collectors with a keen eye for unusual and striking characteristics are particularly drawn to these coins. The D mint mark beneath Washington's portrait solidifies its origin from the Denver Mint, further enhancing its value. Rarity and condition are the key elements fueling demand for this particular quarter. While millions of Washington quarters were minted in 1970, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition with notable toning is extremely rare. Coins that have been carefully preserved, exhibiting strong luster and unique color variations, often fetch premium prices in the market. Serious numismatists and investors constantly seek out high-quality specimens, pushing the value of these rare coins even higher. A quarter in exceptional condition with distinctive color can command significant amounts at auction, demonstrating that these coins are far more than just pocket change. They are valuable collector's items. In today's vibrant coin market, the worth of a 1970 D Washington quarter in a rare color tone state continues to rise. Depending on its condition and visual appeal, These coins can range in value from a few $100s to several thousand, with top-tier examples fetching even higher prices at auctions. Coins with remarkable toning or near-perfect surfaces are especially in demand, as collectors and investors recognize their potential for long-term appreciation in value. As more individuals enter the numismatic market, the competition for rare coins intensifies, strengthening the market for these unique quarters. Whether you're looking to acquire or sell one, now is an excellent time to capitalize on its growing value. If you're interested in adding this rare quarter to your collection, be sure to seek out reputable dealers, attend coin shows, and keep an eye on online auction platforms. It's crucial to verify the coin's authenticity and condition through professional grading services like PCGS or NGC to ensure you're getting the best value. Proper storage is just as important, so be sure to keep your coin in a protective case to preserve its unique color and maintain its market appeal. Should you come across a 1970D quarter with unusual coloration, consider having it appraised. Could be sitting on a hidden treasure far beyond its face value. The 1970D Washington quarter in this rare color-toned condition is more than just another coin. It's a dream find for collectors and a high-value asset in today's market. With its rich history, distinctive characteristics, and increasing demand, this rare coin continues to captivate enthusiasts and investors worldwide. If you're fortunate enough to own one of these quarters, you may just have a small fortune in your possession. The world of numismatics is always evolving, and rare coins like this show that even seemingly ordinary change can become an invaluable collector's item. Stay informed, keep your eyes open, and who knows, you may discover the next big treasure in your own collection. Next up, we have the 1967 Washington quarter dollar, particularly the large date version, without a mint mark. This coin, though it may seem like a common find in your pocket change, has gained significant value in recent years, especially in specific conditions. Today, we're going to break down the historical context of this coin, its design features, the mintage, and what makes it valuable in today's market. The Washington quarter dollar was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design of this coin has remained relatively consistent, with the image of George Washington by John Flanagan on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. However, the years 1965 to 1967 were a transitional period for U.S. coins, marked by the government's need to reduce the silver content in coins due to a national silver shortage. In 1965, the United States government made the drastic decision to remove silver from most coins, with the exception of silver dollars and half dollars. This decision significantly impacted the Washington quarter dollar, as prior to 1965, the coin contained 90% silver. Post-1965, the Washington quarter became a copper-nickel alloy coin with only a small percentage of silver content, which had an impact on its value as a precious metal coin. The 1967 Washington quarter, like its counterparts from 1965 and 1966, was struck without silver. However, what makes the 1967 version particularly interesting is the large date variety. This version was made with a noticeably larger date, which became a distinguishing feature of the coin for collectors. The obverse of the 1967 Washington quarter features a portrait of George Washington, facing left. This design is nearly identical to the original design, created by John Flanagan for the 1932 coin. The coin reads, "Liberty," above Washington's head, with "In God We Trust" on the left side, and the year 1967 prominently displayed below. The reverse features an eagle perched on an olive branch, with the words United States of America above and E pluribus unum below. What sets the 1967 Washington quarter apart is the size of the date. The large date variety was the result of the production process, with a larger die being used in the minting process, causing the date to be more prominent compared to earlier versions. The 1967 Washington quarter had a mintage of over 1.5 billion coins, which at first glance might make it seem like a very common coin. However, there are fewer examples of the large date variety, as this was a limited issue that caught the attention of collectors over time. The mintage of the 1967 quarter was substantial, but because of the introduction of the copper-nickel composition, fewer people held on to the quarters as a form of investment. Most were spent as currency, which means that finding a high-quality 1967 large-date Washington quarter in excellent condition is relatively rare. Despite its large mintage, the 1967 Washington quarter with the large date in circulated condition can fetch anywhere from $45,000 depending on its wear and overall condition. A coin in extra fine condition can be worth upwards of $50,000, while coins in uncirculated or mint state can fetch as much as $55,000 or more at auction. The reason for its value, especially in circulated condition, is due to the low survival rate of these coins in higher grades, coupled with the appeal of the large date variety among collectors. Although the 1967 Washington quarter is not known for having any major minting errors, the large date version has sparked significant interest due to its unique design. Collectors often seek out coins that feature design variations or distinctive features, making the 1967 Washington quarter in this variety especially desirable. Many collectors also gravitate towards coins from the 1960s because of the historical context surrounding the removal of silver from coins. As silver prices rose dramatically in the 1970s and 1980s, people began to pay closer attention to the numismatic value of coins like the Washington quarter. The 1965 Washington quarter with no mint mark. This coin has grown in popularity among both collectors and investors. When in top condition, it can command a significant price, making it a real treasure if you happen to own one. We'll explore the history, key features, rarity, and current market trends for this noteworthy coin, while also offering some tips for collectors. The 1965 Washington quarter holds a distinct place in U.S. coinage. Prior to 1965, quarters were made with 90% silver. However, due to a nationwide silver shortage, the U.S. Mint shifted to a copper-nickel composition, which is what gives the 1965 quarter its unique historical significance. Although the 1965 quarter was produced in large numbers, only a small percentage have remained in excellent condition, making high-quality examples particularly desirable to collectors. What adds to its appeal is not just the historical importance, but also its timeless design. The front features the iconic portrait of George Washington, crafted by artist John Flanagan. On the back, you'll find a striking depiction of a heraldic eagle gripping arrows and an olive branch, representing both military strength and peace. Unlike other quarters, the 1965 version lacks a mint mark, as all of these coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint during the transition. Certain rare varieties of this quarter are even more valuable due to unique errors, like double die obverses or off-center strikes. These rare features can make the coin even more sought after. If you're a collector, make sure to look out for quarters in near-perfect condition. Coins with little wear, crisp details, and a bright luster are especially prized. Coins that are well preserved or feature notable errors, like a double die or off-center strike, can fetch far higher prices than standard examples. In terms of value, the 1965 Washington quarter has seen a surge in demand over recent years, largely due to its historical significance and the rarity of well-preserved specimens. In fine condition, a 1965 Washington quarter can be worth up to $90,000. In uncirculated or mint state, its value could reach $150,000 or more. Special editions, such as those with rare error types or deep cameo finishes, have been known to sell for thousands at auctions. If you're thinking of collecting or investing in the 1965 Washington quarter, here are a few helpful tips. Pay close attention to the coin's condition. Pieces with original luster and minimal wear will bring in the highest value. Also, keep an eye out for any rare error varieties, as these can significantly increase the coin's worth. For more insights, consider attending coin auctions, connecting with other enthusiasts, and staying informed on the latest market trends. To sum it up, the 1965 Washington quarter without a mint mark is much more than just currency. It's a piece of American numismatic history. With its historical relevance, striking design, and rarity, this coin's value continues to rise. Whether you're collecting out of passion or as an investment, it's a coin that shouldn't be overlooked. If you're considering buying, selling, or simply appreciating this historic coin, now could be the ideal time to act. You might just have a 1965 quarter in your collection that's worth far more than you ever expected. Next, the 1968 Washington quarter without a mint mark, found in fine condition. This coin has garnered interest from collectors for its rarity and historical significance, making it one of the more valuable quarters from this period. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to mark George Washington's 200th birthday. The design, which has stayed consistent over the decades, features a left-facing portrait of Washington by artist John Flanagan on the obverse, with the reverse showcasing an eagle perched on an olive branch. By 1968, this design was still in use, though the coin's production underwent significant shifts, influenced by economic changes and the social climate of the time. 1968 was a pivotal year in U.S. history, marked by political unrest, space exploration milestones, and the growing effects of inflation. Despite these challenges, the U.S. Mint continued to strike coins with subtle variations, and the Washington quarter of this year stands out for its unique characteristics. The 1968 Washington quarter, with no mint mark and in fine condition, has become increasingly valuable at auction. Its price largely hinges on its scarcity in higher-grade conditions, especially given that collectors tend to seek out coins that are well-struck and free from damage. In fine condition, the 1969 Washington quarter with no mint mark has become highly prized at auctions. Its value is directly linked to its rarity in higher quality states, as collectors often search for clean, well-struck examples. This coin can command prices as high as $38,000, with those in uncirculated condition going for even more. The demand for coins from this era, especially those with distinctive features or production anomalies, drives its value. In particular, the lack of a mint mark on this coin makes it especially sought after. While there were no major minting errors associated with this piece, its unique attributes like the absence of a mint mark set it apart from other coins of the time. Despite a mintage of over 100 million for the 1968 Washington quarter, very few have survived in fine or excellent condition. This makes those that are in good quality particularly valuable. The quarter's design remained nearly identical to the earlier models, with Washington's portrait and the eagle on the reverse, but collectors pay particular attention to small details like the absence of a mint mark. The absence of the mint mark on this coin, combined with its status as a piece from a critical historical moment, increases its desirability. Coins from the late 1960s that feature subtle variations often draw interest from collectors, making this quarter highly regarded. Overall, the 1968 Washington quarter stands out not just because of its design, but because of its rarity in fine condition. With fewer examples surviving in great shape, it represents an accessible entry point into coin collecting for those who want a piece of history without breaking the bank, while still offering long-term investment potential for. The 1980 Washington quarter with the D mint mark has become a noteworthy find for collectors, sparking interest due to its excellent condition, historical importance, and increasing rarity. As demand for high-quality quarters grows, this coin has emerged as a valuable item in the world of numismatics and investment. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, commemorating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, it replaced the earlier standing Liberty quarter and quickly became a mainstay in American coinage. The 1980 Washington quarter stands out as a significant issue, minted during a time when coinage was undergoing subtle, yet important changes. The D mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, adds an extra layer of appeal for collectors. Coins from the Denver Mint are often favored for their distinctive features and the craftsmanship associated with that facility. One of the most striking aspects of the 1980 Washington quarter is its intricate and well-preserved design. The obverse features a detailed portrait of George Washington, while the reverse showcases a powerful heraldic eagle in flight. When in excellent condition, the coin's surface gleams with a brilliant luster, a strong strike, and minimal signs of wear, making it a prized possession for collectors. Over time, many quarters suffer from heavy circulation and wear, but those in pristine condition are increasingly rare and more valuable. The 1980 Washington quarter with the D mint mark, particularly when well preserved, stands apart as a prime example of numismatic quality. While millions of these quarters were minted, only a small portion has survived in near mint or uncirculated condition. Coins in top-tier condition free of major scratches, marks, or damage are becoming rarer, and as a result, their value continues to rise in the collector market. The price of a 1980 Washington quarter varies depending on its condition and certification. While circulated coins typically remain close to face value, well-preserved, uncirculated coins can fetch significantly higher amounts. A high-quality 1980 D-Mint Mark quarter in uncirculated condition could sell for anywhere from $50,000 to $65,000. In certain cases, coins with a grade of MS65 or higher can fetch upwards of $130,000 or more at auction. For those with a keen interest in rare coins, some of the finest examples graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC have been known to reach values in the several $100 range. The most exceptional specimens with perfect or near-perfect details can even approach to $100,000 at specialized coin auctions, the market for vintage U.S. coins has seen a significant uptick in recent years, driving prices for rare and well-maintained coins like the 1980 Washington quarter higher. As collectors continue to seek out premium examples, the potential for long-term investment gains has made these coins an attractive option for diversifying one's portfolio. If you're interested in adding a 1980 Washington quarter with the D-Mint mark to your collection, it's important to look for coins with strong detail, minimal wear, and no significant damage. Getting the coin professionally graded by a reputable service can also enhance its resale value. Finding well-preserved examples through trusted coin dealers or numismatic events is a great way to increase your chances of securing a valuable piece. In conclusion, the 1980 Washington quarter with the D-Mint mark is a remarkable coin with both historical significance and investment potential. With its enduring design, increasing scarcity, and growing collector demand, this coin is an excellent addition to any collection and a solid investment opportunity for those looking to profit from the expanding market for vintage coins. Thanks for joining us. Happy collecting!